Younger sons needed to work in order to secure an income and, in some cases, their position in society. Their success or failure was measured, at least in part, by money, and to appreciate it, we need to get a sense of what an income of £500 or £1,000 a year actually meant. The natural starting point is to make a comparison with today's money, and as a rough but convenient guide, we can try multiplying an early 19th century income by 100 to find its modern equivalent. So £500 becomes £50,000 and £1,000 becomes £100,000. However, this is only a very rough approximation, as the relative cost of goods and services has changed enormously, and household budgets today are dominated by items that were either entirely absent or much less prominent 200 years ago, such as utility bills. We can get a much better sense of the value of money at the time by examining how people were actually able to live on particular incomes. In Sense and Sensibility, Jane Austen tells us that Mrs. Dashwood and her three daughters, Eleanor, Marianne and Margaret, were left, after Mr. Dashwood's death, with an income of £500. This is treated as an income just sufficient for their place in society, but needing to be managed with some prudence. They retire to Devonshire, where a cousin, Sir John Middleton, provides them with a very pleasant cottage on easy terms. No figure is mentioned, but we're told that the rent was uncommonly moderate. They can afford 3 servants, 2 maids and a man. The wages of these servants would not have been high. Parson Woodford, the famous diarist, paid his cook and his maid £5 and 5 shillings each per year in 1799, and his total wages bill for 5 servants, including 2 men who worked on his farm, was only just over £30 for the whole year. Multiplying by 100 clearly does not work for low incomes such as these. However, the total cost of the Dashwoods' 3 servants would have been far greater than their wages, for their employer would pay for all their food, clothes, and any extraordinaries such as visits from the doctor if they fell ill. Nonetheless, servants were very poorly paid, and many spent only a few years in service when they were in their teens before marrying or finding a more lucrative line of work. It was almost impossible to live as a lady or a gentleman without servants, and most of the tasks they performed are now done for us either by machinery or outside the home, often by retailers. We do not have to kill, pluck and prepare a chicken. We buy chicken in pieces on polystyrene trays wrapped in plastic and kept in a refrigerated cabinet in the supermarket. But every time Parson Woodford or the Dashwoods sat down to a roast fowl, their servants had done far more than simply cook it.